What's going on, guys? I hope that you're all having a wonderful day today. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Ty, and today in this video, I'm going to be ranking every single movie announcement from D23 by excitement. For those of you that don't know, D23 is this big Disney announcement investor event that they have once every 2 years, I'm pretty sure, where they just announce a bunch of their future plans for both films, shows, the parks, which was also pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, just the other day, I made a ranking of the future Marvel films by excitement, and you guys really seem to enjoy that. So I was like, you know what? Let's just run it back with this D23 slate because, man, there were some really interesting announcements in here. But at the same time, there are also some absolute stinkers. So yeah, let's just get into this. As you guys can see, I have all 17 movies that were announced, whether it's Disney Animation, Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, anything under this Disney umbrella that was announced at this event. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So yeah, taking a look at my 4 tiers here really quick. These are the films that I am dying to see. Hyped, just pretty excited for these. Can live without, I could live without them, but maybe there's something in there, and I don't care. I do not care about these films. I feel like by definition, technically, can live without and I don't care technically mean the same thing. But listen, I need to switch up these tier names because every single video they end up being the same, but I don't want to waste any more time. Let's dive into this. Alright, so we're going to be kicking things off here with Zootopia 2. Zootopia 2, it's going to be going in hyped. I'm pretty hyped for this movie. Now listen, I used to really love Zootopia, but honestly, I rewatched it like maybe a year and a half ago if I had to guess, and I just kind of fell out of love with it. I just didn't really love the story as much on rewatch. But regardless, the whole reason that I'm so hyped for this is because the world building and just this environment that we've set up in that first film is so vast, and there's so much to be explored, so many interesting concepts in this Zootopia world. So yeah, I'm still very excited to see what type of other story that they could do in this world, because the world building, again, was phenomenal. Next up's going to be Captain America 4. We're getting into my bread and butter, the MCU. So, there was a leaked trailer from D23, and I know that, obviously I'm a YouTuber, I should be staying on top of stuff, but I'm going to be honest with you, I tried to stay away from all the leaked trailers from D23 for the most part, just because I'm trying to go in as fresh as possible when it comes to some of these projects, so I actually didn't watch the leaked trailer. However, from what I've been seeing from people, a couple of clips here and there, a couple of pictures, don't get me wrong, I've seen some stuff. I think that I need this movie now, and don't get me wrong, again, I literally just made a Marvel excitement tier list like a week ago, but after this event, man, some of the clips I saw, some of the small little pictures I saw, I need this movie. I think it actually has a chance to be good against all odds, because again, this movie's gone through like reshoot hell. It's been being tormented basically, but I don't know, man. Giancarlo Esposito's got me hyped. The Winter Soldier vibe is selling me, and I like how grounded it feels. Yes, Hulk is in here, but it's not like we're going to the multiverse. It's still on the ground, so yeah, this one is looking like it's gonna have the sauce potentially. Next up's gonna be Pixar's 2025 film Elio. This movie was supposed to come out like this year, or even maybe last year. Now I'm pretty sure this year, but all the writer's strikes and stuff got in the way completely. There was a trailer for this movie released like a while ago, like a year ago practically. It's pretty crazy that there's gonna be a trailer released for this film like 2 years before it even comes out. I honestly can live without it. Like, don't get me wrong, I always love when Pixar has these unique concepts for films. Nothing about this one's really selling me. Like, yeah, maybe once we get like a nice full trailer, I'll like get a little bit more hyped for it, but I don't know, I just wasn't really like vibing with this one. I don't really have another way to describe it. It just doesn't really seem like anything too out there and too thrilling, but again, I'm gonna be checking it out, but I can probably live without it. Next up's gonna be Freakier Friday. Good lord, is this a cash grab? I do not care about this. I've like maybe seen bits and pieces of Freaky Friday from when I was a kid. I mean, you guys got me feeling like an old head. I don't even know if some of you like 16-year-olds have even watched the original film, but yeah, man, I just don't care about this. Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back, and who is this? Lindsay Lohan, right? Am I just making that up? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know, man. This just feels like a Disney TV movie, but apparently it's getting a theatrical release. Doesn't really make any sense. So, yeah, I do not care about this one. Frozen 3. Listen, man, for the first Frozen movie, honestly, I won't lie. It has a soft spot in my heart. I really do enjoy those songs. I think the story's better than a lot of people give it credit for. But Frozen 3, I legitimately don't care about. I'm going to be honest. I care about it more than Freakier Friday, of course. But Frozen 2 to me was so bad. It was such a step off of that first film. The story was such an unbelievable mess. Some of the songs were like okay, whatever, but it was just utterly forgettable in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, Frozen 3 is easily going to cross the $1 billion mark, like no question. But I just personally don't really care for this film. Like, sure, maybe once we get a trailer, maybe they can bounce back from that bad sequel. This world is interesting. I do enjoy, like, Anna and Elsa, but at the same time, I don't know, man. I just don't care about this at this point in time, especially because it's just so far away. Next up's gonna be Hoppers, which is Pixar's like other original idea film, not like a sequel or anything. I've got to say, I'm actually pretty hyped for this one. Don't get me wrong. We haven't seen any footage or anything. I'm going to put it behind Zootopia 2. But yeah, man, it's like apparently a concept where a beaver and a girl are switching minds, and this girl is living inside of the beaver and learning what it's like to be a beaver. Sign me up. Pixar has always had weird ideas, but this is honestly one of their weirdest to date, if not their weirdest yet. I cannot believe what this concept even is. I like the art style. That's the thing that I think is like really selling me, and I just love like animal movies. I don't know. This really interests me. I'm pretty hyped to see this original idea. Next up's gonna be The Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh, this is so tough, honestly. I just can live without this movie. I'm gonna be real. I think that I'm more excited for it than Elio, but nothing about this excites me. Like, why are you spinning off a movie from a Disney Plus TV show? And I know The Mandalorian's popular, but I don't think that people can comprehend that not that many people in reality actually have Disney Plus, and not that many people actually watch The Mandalorian compared to the general audiences. You know what I mean? Like, people that actually go to see movies. Why don't you just make episode 10? Or why don't you just make another spin-off of like something fresh? I don't really know what they're trying to do here. I don't know, man. I'm just not the biggest Jon Favreau fan, especially in 2024. Like, yeah, a couple years ago, like Iron Man days, yeah, man. Even the, mid-MCU days, like that Phase 2 era, even Phase 3. But I don't know, man. I don't really love Jon Favreau as a creative nowadays. And, this movie just doesn't really seem like it's going to be all that great. It seems a little bit bland. Next up's going to be Avatar, Fire and Ash. I need it. I need this movie right now, immediately. I need this film. Listen to me. I understand. Avatar, it's the forgettable, blockbuster franchise. It makes a bunch of money and no one ever talks about it. No one cares about these movies. These movies make $2 billion every single time. You bet your ass that people care about these movies. I absolutely love the Avatar franchise, and I will scream it from the mountaintops. I do not care. I don't understand the criticism. Now listen, I've watched that first movie a bunch, okay? I adore that first film. I think that it lays the foundation just so wonderful. James Cameron is a master at his craft. The second movie, I've actually only seen one time in the theaters. I need to rewatch it. I'm dying to rewatch it. And it was in 3D, which I personally really don't like 3D, so I had kind of a bad experience. But I still pretty much enjoyed it. Again, I need to rewatch it just to not have to be worrying about the 3D. But the world building and the way that this story progresses and these characters, I love the world of Pandora. I'm obsessed with the world of Pandora. Give me Fire and Ash, baby. It feels like one of the only original ideas in Hollywood nowadays. And I get it. Oh, but it's like an IP. Oh, but it's in Disney theme parks now. Guys, it's only 2 movies. That's it. Now we're getting a third. Like, give me a break. This is an awesome world. I cannot wait to explore Pandora again. Next up is going to be the Lilo and Stitch live action movie. Now listen, I just want to make one thing clear. I think that Stitch looks fine. He looks like how he should in live action, right? But the reason that I think I just absolutely hate this is because it just should not exist. Like, yeah, they did a good job modeling him in live action, but it just doesn't look right. It just should not exist as a concept. I don't care about this movie. I'm sorry. I care about it more than Freakier Friday, and I care about it more than Frozen 3, realistically, just because it's coming out sooner, and I do love this film. But what are we doing here? Why do we need a live-action Lilo and Stitch? This is where I feel like we start to get lazy, because listen, I can really give Disney and Pixar some slack when it comes to sequels, okay? But the live-action remakes are just like the most clear, obvious, garbage cash grabs that I've ever seen in my life. Like, I get it. Sequels are cash grabs, don't get me wrong. We're gonna get to one in a minute here. But seriously, a live-action Lilo and Stitch remake, what are we doing? Just make Lilo and Stitch 2 in 2D animated if you really want to. I know that they kind of like made that with like Stitch and Leroy or whatever, but like, still, it's just the point, man. What are we doing here? This looks horrible. It looks like an abomination. Like, yes, again, it looks fine. They modeled him properly for live action, but it just shouldn't even exist. Next up's gonna be The Incredibles 3, man. Oh my god, I am so hyped for this movie. It's gonna go to the top of hyped just because we really don't have any information about it. I cannot believe that we're finally getting this movie. Feels like one of these things that people were asking for, especially after the second one, which I know not everyone loves. I'm like, kind of okay on it. I think it's like a pretty good movie. Nothing too crazy, but regardless, I love seeing these characters in action, and I'm really hyped to see what they do with this third film. Next up's gonna be Moana 2. This is a movie that we have way more information about, of course, compared to some of these other ones, because it's literally coming out in like 3 or 4 months. I need this movie. This looks like an absolute banger. That first film is so good, and just the fact that it's like 8 years later, the animation is going to look even better. I'm sure that the storytelling is going to be great, and just like Zootopia 2, I get it. Everyone's going to say, oh my god, I'm so sick of sequels, but I feel like Moana, I should say, set up this world that should be explored. There's just so much out there to see in the wonderful, world that they set up here, It's thrilling. I love these characters, It calls me. Yo, chill. I gotta relax. Moana 2 is gonna be going in need. Alright, so next up is gonna be Monster Jam. I hit my little Moana high note there. Can't get over it. I don't care about this movie. I care about it more than Freakier Friday. Why the hell would I want to see a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson live action Monster Jam movie? I used to love Gravedigger and all that stuff when I was a kid, but I don't know. Maybe this could be cool, like objectively. You know what? Let me just be real. I'll put it at the top of I don't care, okay? I'll give them a break, but what are we doing here? I don't know. This doesn't really, thrill me. It's just kind of a random concept. It feels like they're just really grasping at straws here for new ideas. Next up is going to be Mufasa, the live action prequel, sequel, whatever. I don't care. I'm so sick of live action remakes, especially spinning off a live action remake. I mean, we're really getting into parody dystopian territory here when it comes to Disney going for cash grabs. Let's play the game of what do I care less about? I definitely care. I don't care about Freaky Friday. It's not I hate it, but it's just whatever. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. I actually care about it this much. Even in Frozen 3, I care more about. But yeah, guys, I don't care about these live action remakes. I think all the lions look horrible. Yes, they look nice from a CGI standpoint, but when it comes to emotions and actual characters in a film, just go the animated route. Go the 2D animation route. Why would I watch this over the original Lion King? I don't get it. But whatever, we're moving on to Fantastic Four. Man, I'm hyped for this movie. I'm going to put it at the top of hyped. For some reason, I don't know what it is in my brain. I can't make myself put this to need yet. I just feel like I need this official confirmation, and I think what it is that deep down, and some people might hate me for saying this, I just don't love the cast. I'm sorry, because I do like some of these actors, but something about it just throws me off with them, and I know, I get it, but I just don't know if Pedro Pascal should have been Reed Richards. Call me crazy. Same with Joseph Quinn. I'm sure that it'll be fine once I see the first trailer, but for now, it's going to the top of hyped. I'm still really excited. The aesthetic looks sick from the leaked footage. So yeah, it's going to be going here. Alright guys, so next up is going to be the Snow White live action remake with Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot. Guys, if you guys can guess right now what tier I'm going to put this in, you should like and subscribe, because that would really mean the world to me. Let's see if you got it right. I don't care. I don't want live action remakes. Now listen, let me just say this. Hold on. I'm going to put this at the top of I don't care, because I really do like that original Snow White film, right? But the CGI abomination dwarves are driving me insane. Why do they look like that? Why didn't you just get real people to play these roles? They're these CGI strange dystopian monsters running around Rachel Zegler. I don't even really have a problem with Rachel Zegler. I get it. People have their biases. I don't care. Gal Gadot, I get it. People say she's a bad actress. I don't even want to comment on that. But listen, regardless, it's just the point of this movie just feels like another cash grab, and I'm just so sick of it. And the fact that they're going live action remake Mufasa December, this is March 2025, then Lilo and Stitch is July 2025. I mean, they're really pumping these out. It's just such a shame, man. Where are the original ideas at? Speaking of original ideas, Toy Story 5. It's a shame because I love the Toy Story franchise to death, but I'm going to be real. I can live without this one. I would say I don't care, but I do have some investment in this. Apparently, it's going to be the toys versus iPads, which conceptually, as much as I do like that generally because I hate iPad kids, it just feels corny and it feels overdone. The story is finished. Toy Story 4 was already a stretch, but I was okay, I get it. It's the end of Woody's story. But really, the toys versus the iPads, and now in the concept art, Woody's back with the gang after he already left them. I don't know what's going on. And last up's going to be Tron Ares. Now listen, I am not a Tron person. I don't know anything about Tron, I'm going to be honest with you. I know that they're in a game or something. I really want to go on the ride at Disney, but I haven't gotten the chance to go yet. I'm going to put this at the back of hyped. And I don't know anything about Tron, okay? I don't know a single thing. Well, wait, I'll be fair. I'll just even it out a little bit. I'll put it at the top of can live without, because I still want to see an official trailer. But the thing that really sold me about this is the fact that 9 Inch Nails, okay? okay? 9 Inch Nails is going to be doing the music. They did The Social Network. They did Challengers. All these great films. And that's got me excited. My least favorite actor, Jared Leto, is going to be in this. And yeah, sure, maybe that's just my own bias. I get it. But regardless, I kind of like the way that this suit looks in this picture here on this poster. I'm kind of sold. I don't know. I'm kind of getting a little bit excited for this one. But again, I don't know anything about Tron, so I can't put it up too high. And yeah, guys, that's going to just about do it for this excitement ranking. I know that seems like I don't care about most of these, but I mean, Disney does put out like a lot of slop at the end of the day. What are you going to do? But there's definitely some projects that I am pretty excited for. But yeah, guys, that's going to just about do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.